Hi guys, welcome to day 21 of the Elevate Profit Challenge. This is the last day that we're going to be practicing with this sheet with old data. Today what we're going to do is we're going to get completely up to date, including today's transactions. So we're going to be going on a day-to-day basis after this. So what we're going to do is we're going to input the next handful of days to get us up to date and bring us through to day 21. And then from tomorrow, we're going to be using live data exclusively. Okay, so it's the last bit of practice of using this cash flow sheet today, so we know exactly what we're doing. And obviously, we're going to follow the 5 steps that we established on previous days to get this all done. So fingers crossed, another 5-6 minute video where we can go over everything. So obviously, step 1 is always do your income. So delete. In fact, let's talk about the bookmark that we do. So our last date here was the 15th. So what we want to do is we want to pull all the transactions from the 15th day right through to the 21st day. Okay, which is what I've done here. There's nothing on the 16th or the 17th, probably because it was a weekend, I think. But what we're going to do is take everything from the 15th onwards up until today's date, which is the 21st, and import that from the bank transactions. Number 1 is do the income. So we've got to delete yesterday's income that we did and import any income transactions that were on up until today. So that's £2,800. Put that in there. And obviously what we're going to do is we're going to distribute the income, step 2, across all the various budgets. Again, you'll get much quicker at this as you go. Once you know exactly what goes where, it'll get easier and easier to do. So just make sure you're doing it every day and making sure you're keeping on top of your income. So it'll make a massive difference if you are. So pop that in the owner's pay. As you can see, by keeping your owner's pay separate at the start from any income, you know you've actually, when it comes to the end of the month, you know that you've got pay in the pot for yourself, which is at the end of the day what the reason why you do it all. So you can see that actually £2,000 has been separated for you to take at the end of the month or as and when you're ready. And by putting it aside as you go, you know that it's going to be there at the end of the month for you to use. So the last one is expenses. Let's get that in there. In the income. So that's step 2 done. So we go back to the spreadsheet for step 3, which is removing all the outgoing transactions from the relevant pot. So we've got vehicle tax, interest, fencing, some more interest, bookkeeping, and storage. So we've got all of these are expenses apart from fencing. Okay, so we'll do fencing first, which is an £80 transaction for fencing. So we put that in here. And then we get rid of that. Then everything else, all the other 5 are expense transactions. We've got 60, £9.80, £12.40. Let's get those out. 60, £9.80, £12.40. And we want to go back to the rest of them, which is 200 and 130. 200, 130. Amazing. So that's all. That's everything up to date. So obviously you can see here the budgets are tracking. The budgets are keeping up to date. And obviously the personal tax budget isn't particularly big in this example. But you see the owner's pay is building up very nicely. The profit budget we haven't touched, which we'll go over tomorrow. Our VAT budget is building up in the background nicely. So that'll be ready next time your next VAT bill's due. That'll be in there ready for you to pay it. And then we've got our materials budget building up in the background nicely as well. So get rid of all those. Step 4 is adjust your bank numbers. So make sure you move money around until it reflects the running totals you've got within your bank account. So obviously your main account is going to be the biggest one, but make sure you're putting your VAT aside separately, and the same with your owner's pay and the same with your profit. Again, our profit will still be at 0%, but we're going to adjust that tomorrow. So make sure that all looks how it should. Okay. And then step 5, obviously we adjust for today's date this time, which is nice. Today's date was the last time. Well, it's actually it's not 20, is it? 21. Still getting used to that. 21 of the 21. Cool. So that's all done, and you set your bookmark, and that's it for today. We're going to come back tomorrow, and we're going to be doing something different. You'll be glad to know we're sort of practiced out. So what we'll be doing is we'll be doing this on a daily basis. Again, just the steps 1 through 5 every single day. But we're also going to be doing some more analysis and some more adjustment tomorrow, so we can show you how to go about changing your margins and adjusting your percentages and the rate that you should want to adjust them. And we're going to go through all of that tomorrow and the reasons behind why we do what we do. Okay, so we'll be going over things like targets, where you want to get your numbers to, what you want your numbers to look like, and how to adjust them to get there. Okay, so we're going to be doing that tomorrow, and then on next week, which will be the last week of the challenge, we'll be building out a calculator to help you get your pricing absolutely perfect. So once your pricing is perfect and once your cash flow control is perfect, you're going to find yourself with a lot healthier cash position. So you're going to have much more control over your cash. You're going to know what you should and shouldn't spend on various things. And then at the end of the day, you're going to know exactly what you have left for yourself. Because if you stay under budget and all your other budgets are in the positive, you know that you've got this much to pay yourself, which at the end of the day is a really key part of business. If you're not sure how much you've got available to pay yourself, then you're going to be feeling like your business isn't working for you. And at the end of the day, that's why you start a business. You want your business to work for you. You don't want to feel like you're working for your business. Okay, so to make sure you've got your money set aside, this is the best way for a small business to do that. Okay, so tune back in tomorrow. We're going to be going over how to adjust your margins, at what rate you need to adjust them, and what targets you're ultimately trying to achieve. And then from there, we'll be going into the following week, which will be showing you one more final tool to get you across everything. All right, so any questions, as always, let me know. You can either email me. I'll put my email in the description, or you can comment on the below video, whether you've seen it on Facebook or YouTube, whatever, and I'll get back to you as quick as I can. All right, cheers, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.